Jangamadravya, since from Vedakala we are getting information, but this Kasturi is not mentioned in Vedic period. In Vedic period, we are not getting information about Kasturi. But the utility of the Jangamadravya's as a Ahara Dravya, as a Aushadha Dravya, since from Vedakala we are getting information. But Kasturi is not mentioned. Even Acharya Charaka is also has not mentioned the utility of Kasturi. But Shushruta is the first person. He mentioned its utility in Aushadha as well as Ahara. He used to mention. So the commentator of Shushruta Samhita, Dallana, Shushruta has used the term Karala. The Sanskrit name has given the name of the animal which is having a projected, the deflexed teeth, which is their name he has given as a Karala. So for that, the commentator Dallana, he used to describe so how it looks and what are the characteristic feature and where this animal is used to found. So all these information is given by Acharya Dallana. Okay, so since from Sushruta period, Sushruta Samhita, so we are getting the detailed description of Kasturi. So we'll see one by one about the informations. Okay, since from 1970, the utility of the Jangamadраvyas, especially the animals which are endangered. So those the useful part, they have bared its utility in the medicine since from 1970, because most of the peoples, they used to kill the animals and they used to take the useful part. Here, for example, you can take the Kasturi itself. So Kasturi is more costlier than gold. It is 4 times costlier than gold. Just you assume 4 times costlier than gold. So that's why most of the peoples, they used to kill the animal if you want to collect the useful part. Okay, so that's why the Kasturi is considered, it is under one of the endangered animal, the kingdom, which is having the musk or musk pod. It is having its utility, the therapeutic utility will be in case of the cardiac disorders, psychiatric disorders, psychic disorders, cardiac disorders, some of the neurological disorders. It is a very good the drug. So because of this, they are using in the medicines, and also it is having one of the Kamottejaka Dravyas. So because of all these properties, and the cost of the drug is very high, and so for that they used to kill the animal and they used to collect the useful part. Okay, we'll see the about the Kasturi. The zoological name of the Kasturi. So please remember, the zoological name of Kasturi is Muscus mustiferus. Muscus mustiferus is the zoological source for Kasturi mruga. For Kasturi mruga, the zoological source is Muscus mustiferus. Muscus mustiferus, and it is belongs to the family Cervidae family. It belongs to the family Cervidae. Muscus mustiferus, and belongs to the family Cervidae family. The vernacular names, that is Vividha Bhasha Nama. So most of the Indian language, they used to call it in the name as Kasturi itself. Most of the Indian languages, they are using, they used to call it as Kasturi. Kasturi mruga, that is an animal name. What we are taking the useful part, that is Kasturi. Okay, from that they used to call. So all the Indian languages. In Hindi it's called Mrughanabi or Kasturi. In English it is called musk. In English it is called musk. Kannadalli, so they used to call Kasturi itself. So regarding this classical categorization, so Acharya Charaka has not at all mentioned this Kasturi, but Sushruta has mentioned in the different context, but has not mentioned in any of the Ganas. In any of the Ganas, in any of the classification, has not mentioned. Okay, but its utility is mentioned in different the conditions, in different context, in different adhikaras, by different the authors, Nigantakaras, they have explained in detail. Okay, so next we'll move to the synonyms of Kasturi. according to Bhav Prakasha Nikantu. Mrughanabir mruga madaha katitastu sahasrabit kasturika cha kasturi vedhamukya cha sasmruta. Mrughanabir mruga madaha katitastu sahasrabit kasturika cha kasturi vedhamukya cha sa smrutaha. So these two lines indicates about the synonyms of kasturi. So here if you see this sloka, so the synonyms they have given based on in which part where the useful part of the drug, that is the kasturi, is present, and based on its odor and based on the actions. So some of the synonyms they have given. Mrughanabi, the useful part of the drug, that is the musk or the kasturi, which is obtained in front of the novel, that is the umbilicus, navel. So in front of the navel and just back of the preparietal, the orifice. I will show the pictures where exactly this the useful part, the musk, is present. Okay, so where this the useful part is present, based on that they have given the synonym as mrughanabi and mrughandaja. See, mruga and daja, mruga nabi. So between these two places, that is the scrotal region, the useful part, that is the musk, which is secretion which is present in male deer, male musk deer. So in only male musk deer only we are getting this kasturi, not in case of the female. That is for to attract the female, the kasturi mruga, they used to secrete the secretions which is present in between the nabi and the scrotal region. Okay, so for that they used to say these synonyms, mruga nabi and mrugandaja. Mruga madaha, the intensity of the secreted the part, that is the musk, which is having a more tikshna gunatmaka, it is having a strong odor which is intoxicable. That is called, they used to say mruga madaha, and madha, madhini, sugandha, gandhavedi. So all these synonyms. So kasturi, it is a well known for its odor. It is one of the strong aromatic, the odor. So because of this, they have all these synonyms they have given. Mruga madaha, madha, madhini, sugandha, gandhavedi. So all these synonyms, even vedamukya, there is one more synonym. All these synonyms denotes about its odor. Okay, all these synonyms its odor. Odor. So kasturi, kasturika, vedhamukya, all these synonyms denotes about its odor. So based on the useful part of the drug, that is mrughanabi and mrughandaja, and the remaining all the synonyms they have given based on its odor itself. Sahasrabid, that is based on its utility and its the purity. Based on the purity they have given this synonym, Sahasrabid. Okay, so this is the animal what you are observing in the slide, in this slide. So this is the plant, this is the an animal which is called a kasturi mruga. So kasturi mruga. So this is the specific character or the characteristic feature to identify the male deer. So in case of male deer, there is a deflexed or reverted, the teeth will be present. So based on this character, you can identify whether the male deer or the female deer. So this is different from what we are observing the common deers. So it is entirely different. So this, the animal which is present only in the Himalayan region. So it will not be, it will not tolerate the atmosphere, the condition like in South India. So it is not suitable the climate. So only in the Himalayan region, only in the Himalayan region. So this animal they used to survive, they used to present. Okay, so this is different from the common deers. So you can observe in this picture also here there is a deflexed, the teeth are present. This is one of the characteristic feature of the musk deer, especially the male musk deer. So in Ayurveda, we are getting some information regarding the Kasturi. Okay, in Sushruta Samhita, the name of Kasturi Mruga is Karala. So please note this point. In Sushruta Samhita, name of the Kasturi Mruga is Karala. So while commenting on that, Dallana, he used to say that is Karala is a musk deer, having the teeth projected downwards, having the teeth projected downwards and found in the Himalayan region. Okay, so please note this point. In Sushruta Samhita, Acharya Sushruta has quoted Kasturi Mruga as Karala. So how we have to identify this Karala? So for that, Dallana he used to say is, so there is Karala is a musk deer having the teeth projected downwards, and found in the Himalayan region. Okay, so so this is about the animal. So what is musk or what is the Kasturi? So Kasturi or musk is the dried secretion from the preputial follicles of the musk deer. So musk deer. So that animal, they used to secrete that is the in the preputial follicles. In the preputial follicles, they used to secrete some the aromatic the secretions to attract the mates. That is the female, the Kasturi Mruga. To attract the female Kasturi Mruga, they used to secrete this one. So which is having very aromatic in nature. Okay, so this animal is found in India, Tibet, Nepal, China, Russia, etc. at an altitude of 3000 to 4000 meter height. In the Himalayan region only, at the range of 3000 to 4000 feet height. So these animals, these animals are found. So this is another picture of the Kasturi Mruga. So this is very typical character. See, so this is the front legs are smaller compared to the hind legs. Hind legs are bigger in size. Hind legs are bigger in size, whereas the front legs are smaller in size. So this the length of the this Kasturi Mruga is around about 80 to 100 centimeter. The length of the Kasturi Mruga 80 to 100 centimeter, whereas the height of Kasturi Mruga is 50 to 70 centimeter. 50 to 70 centimeter at the shoulder region. At the shoulder region. I will show some more pictures. So this picture is not clear. All the parts are mentioned, but here it is not clear. I will show some more pictures. Yes. The important point is the prepoital part. See here, the prepoital part is present is here, just in front of the pubis, in front of the novel, the umbilical part, and just below the pubis part. So here the prepoital part is present. In this part only, this which secretes the aromatic part, that is musk is stored in this part here only. So to obtain that musk, they used to kill this animal. They used to kill this animal and they used to collect, which is a somewhat when it is the fresh musk, which is milky in nature. There is milky white, and later it turns to somewhat brownish black colored. Okay. So where this musk is found? Okay, so musk is found in a small sac situated at a short distance behind the navel and just in front of the prepoital orifice. So please remember, please note down these points. Where exactly this musk or the kasturi which is present. So this is one of the Vajivamsi question, and also in the examination, if they ask for 10 marks question, so you have to explain all these points. Okay, so musk is found in a small sac sac situated at a short distance behind the navel and just in front of the prepoital orifice. So there, the musk sac will be present. So to collect this musk sac, they used to kill this animal and they used to collect. Okay, so for that purpose only they are considering this animal as one of the endangered species. Okay, for the collection of musk, the pod is completely removed after killing the animal. After killing the animal, they used to collect. The quantity available in each pod varies from 8 to 60 gram. So how much the secretion is collected in that sac is variable. It varies from 8 gram to 60 gram. The young adult musk deer, it contains maximum, the quantity is around about 60 gram. If the musk deer, if it is 3 to 4 year old, or it is uh, uh, more than 10 to 15 years old, so that animal, that musk deer, which secretes less quantity of musk, as the musk is the useful part, which is having more costlier, that is 4 times costlier than the gold. So that they used to secrete less quantity. So if you want to collect the musk, you can collect from the young or adult the musk deer. So there you will get around about 60 gram. Each animal which secretes around about 60 gram of the fresh musk. Okay, so it is usually moist, which can be dried in open sunlight. I will show some more pictures about that, the useful part. So these are scent glands. These, the parts of the this musk deer have given preorbital, forehead, nasal. The important point is the prepoital part. Prepoital part. I will show some more pictures. Okay. So about this musk deers. So musk deer is herbivorous. As you all know, the herbivorous. Only they used to eat the leafy or green leafy vegetables or the grass. So by eating, they used to survive. Okay. So these musk deers are herbivorous, living in hilly forested mountains, in hilly areas. So it will not be present, or it will not survive in the in villages or in any other parts. Only in the hilly areas. Only in hilly areas. So they used to survive, living in a hilly forest mountains parts of Asia, eastern parts of the Russia. So away from the human habitation. So this is very important. So if the human peoples are present, they will not be, because they are very shy in nature. They used to say they are SHY, very shy in nature. So because of this, they used to avoid the human beings. So they used to play in, they used to present in the hilly parts of the mountain hills. In their particular area, they used to present. Okay, so in eastern parts of Russia and in India, that is only in the Himalayan region. Okay, Pakistan, some parts of the Pakistan, that you can say like Himalayan region. So India, Pakistan, Tibet, China, Siberia, Mongolia. So whatever the Himalayan region, they used to come. So in this particular area, that is I have mentioned around about 3,000 to 4,000 feet meter, 3,000 to 4,000 meter in that altitude places. So these animals are found. Okay. So about the morphology of this, the animal, how it is present. So about height, about its hairs, about the limbs. So all the parts, there is morphological, external appearance, how it looks. So that is explained in this slide. Okay. So musk deer resembles a small deer. Musk deer resembles a small deer with a stocky build, and hind legs are longer than their front legs. I have shown in the previous slides. Okay, the front legs are smaller, whereas the hind legs are bigger in size. So this is one of the characteristic feature you can differentiate with the small deer or common deers. With the common deers, that is Kasturi Mruga is different from the this what we used to observe, that is a deer. This is the major difference. One, the front legs are smaller compared to the hind legs. The back legs are longer one. So this is the another picture of Kasturi Mruga. Okay, so this is the front legs, which are comparatively smaller. So these legs are bigger in size, and you can observe the foot of the legs that specifically as they present in the Himalayan region. So there will be a there are so many the stony particles, or like the Hima will be present. So to walk on that particular part, the foots are modified, like sharp nails will be present with the help of this is a special modification. So they are approximately 80 to 100 centimeter in length. The length of the, see, this is the length. The length of the animal is around about 70 to 100 centimeter, sorry, 80 to 100 centimeter, and the height, the tall, 50 to 70 centimeter tall, 50 to 70 centimeter tall at the shoulder, and weight between 7 to 17 kg. 7 to 17 kg will be the weight. Okay, the feet of the musk deer is adapted for climbing in rough terrain. So what I have shown, the feet. So this the foot that is adapted for to climb in the Himalayan, the hilly areas. And the dental formula, the dental formula is similar to that of true deer. So musk deer is entirely different. Okay, so but there is a special the teeth, that is tusk they used to say, but the formula is same as to compare with the true deer. So that is 0,133 in the upper jaw. In the upper jaw, 0,133. As in the human beings who used to say like canine, molar, premolar. In the same way, in the deer also there are different types of teeth. That is the formula is 0,133 in the upper jaw, whereas in the lower jaw 3,133. So this is the similar in true deer and musk deer. Okay, so the musk gland is found only in adult male. Please note this point. Musk gland is only found in adult male. So because to attract the female musk deer, they used to secrete the secretions. With the help of this musk only, they used to attract the female musk deers. Okay, so the female musk deer gives birth to a single fawn. Single fawn. Only one, the fawn will be for each time. That is after 150 to 180 days. So the laboring period, it is around about 5 to 6 months. So after mating, 5 to 6 months, they used to give birth. Okay, that is around about 150 to 180 days. Its secretion is most likely to attract its mates. Its mates, for that purpose only, they used to secrete. Okay. So this is, as the body coat is covered with the thick and bristly hairs. You can observe, yes, in this picture you can observe. So here, so the body part will be covered by a thick bristly hairs. That is to protect that animal during like winter season, where there will be rainfall and heavy cold climatic the conditions are there. So sometimes the temperature will be around about 4 or 5 degree, or even sometimes minus. So at that time, to protect themselves, so they used to cover with the thick hairs. So hairs will be present. A pair of long canine tusk. What I have told that the difference in the structure with the true deer or normal deer. So this is the difference. The pair of long canine tusks in the upper jaw. A pair of long canine tusks in the upper jaw and musk gland on the abdomen is a special features in males. So this is the two important characteristic feature which can differentiate with the male musk deer with the female musk deer. So in male musk deer, you will get a pair of long canine tusk, and musk gland in the abdomen. Okay, so because of these two characters, you can easily differentiate. The first one is a pair of musk canine tusk and the musk gland which is present in the abdomen. So I will show in this picture. So this is the one character that is a canine, a pair of canine musk, a pair of canine tusks, and another thing is here in this region there will be a the musk gland will be present. There the musk sac is collect the this musk, that is kasturi, is present in this part. Okay, because of these two characters you can easily differentiate the female musk with a musk deer, male musk deer. Okay, so musk deers are generally shy. Musk deers are generally shy. So because of this character only, they used to avoid the human beings. So because of this character only, they used to present in the mountain hills, in hilly areas. Okay, and either nocturnal or the crepuscular. So because of this character, they are avoiding the common peoples. They used to present only in the hilly areas. So the musk deers leave their territories during the rutting season, that is during when they used to for a meeting. So at that time they used to secrete the musk. Okay, so and compete the mates using their tusks as weapons. So collection to obtain the musk, the deer is killed and its glands, also called the musk pod, the glands that Sebastian, like the glands, they used to secrete the musk. So that musk gland is called as the musk pod. The gland is called as the musk pod, which is removed after killing the animal. Okay, so parts used is musk secreted from the musk pod. The useful part is, so many times in the YYC in the examination they used to ask. So musk is secreted from the musk pod of matured male deer. So you can clearly mention what is the useful part of kasturi, that is kasturi mruga. So kasturi, that is the musk, is secreted from the musk pod of matured male deer. So this is the useful part. So this is the useful part. So in this, the inside, the musk, the secretion will be present. See, this is another picture of the kasturi, that is musk. So in this sac, that secretions will be present. Okay, see. So how? So this is the orifice. So here the secretions will be present. So for the collection, you can remove all these hairs. You can cut. So you will get secretions. So yes, in this picture you can clearly observe. So this is the musk sac, where it contains somewhat the brownish or black colored the secretions, which is earlier it was somewhat moist. So for that they used to say you can dry any sunlight. In sunlight you can pan or stones, over that you can dry it, and then you can store it. See, this is a very clear picture, the secretions of the musk. So this is the useful part. This is the useful part. So which is having more costlier than gold. That is 4 times costlier than the gold for this material. Mainly they are using in like the aromatic, the preparations, in preparations of the perfume industries, cardiac disorders, psychic disorders, and sometimes the nerve problems, in nervine the conditions. So this drug they are using as one of the important, the drug, life-saving drug they are using. So this is the musk pod after removing the hairs. So inside that, the part will be present. Okay. So after completely drying, it becomes like the granules. After completely drying, it becomes like granular structures. Okay. So description of the part, that is the useful part about the musk. So musk is embedded in a sac that I have shown in the sac. Musk is embedded in a sac which is oval, that is rounded, with a diameter of 1 to 1.5 inches, 1 to 1.5 inches in the diameter. And musk, when it is fresh, it is milky white, but later turns to viscid and assumes a brownish